In this video, I'm going to be ranking the worst units to the best units inside of Clash Mini. Kicking things off, we have all 56 units on the side over here, and we're going to be starting in the D tier with the minis. And honestly, I think there are only two minis that are in the D tier, and that is going to be the Barbarian and the Dagger Thrower. I think these minis are completely useless. I don't really see use for them. Barbarian and Dagger Thrower really only see use in early sets and early classes and early stages of the game. Other than that, I don't really think they're that useful at all. There are much better units that outshine these units, especially for the class synergy. They both have just a clan. One Barbarian has a clan class, Dagger Thrower has the Archer class, and the Archer, for the same elixir cost, has both of them, so they just don't really provide any value whatsoever. Moving up to the tier, we're going to be throwing the Knight in the C tier, the Elixir Golem in the C tier. We have the... I can't put any of the Goblins in the C tier because the Goblin synergy is just that good. The Ice Wizard can go in the C tier. I feel like the Ice Wizard kind of mid. Royal Recruit can go in the C tier. He's kind of mid. Royal Ghost can go in the C tier. I feel like he's kind of a toss-up either way. Miner in the C tier, not really super useful. Borderline D tier, honestly. Miner is still like pretty decent because just because of his kit, so that's why he's in the C tier, because the kit isn't too bad. And then honestly, I think that in the Golden Giant, yes, Golden Giant is also in the C tier. Golden Giant is really not seeing much play. Almost borderline D tier, but yeah, these two are kind of a toss-up. Mini Pekka I'd put at the top of the C tier. Mini Pekka is one of those units that's just kind of like, it could really be either way from what I see with the Mini Pekka. He's just not great overall, but he's not the best. And then I would probably throw, where is it? I'm looking for the Battle Healer. Battle Healer can also go in the C tier. Battle Healer just feels kind of mid. I don't think she's that great. And honestly, I'm considering putting the Storm Wizard in the top of the C tier. Like, Storm Wizard, it's cool, it's got a new effect, it's great to have in the game, but it's really not that great. It's not that great of a unit. And then I'm also going to put a Guard in this tier too. We'll throw the Guard right in there. I don't think the Guard is that good. And like I said, I'd put Spear Goblin in there. I'd put Dagger Goblin in there too. But because they're part of the Goblin synergy, they can't be in the C tier. Like, their synergy, their class literally saves them from being put in the C tier right now. In the B tier, there's going to be quite a few minis in the B tier. We're going to go with the Healing Ranger at the bottom of the B tier, Magic Archer at the bottom of the B tier. I want to put the Dark Goblin in the D tier, or it's B tier, but again, he's going to be in it. All the Goblins are going to be in A, let's be honest. Wizards in the B tier, Wizards really good. Swordsman's in the B tier, Valkyrie's in the B tier. I would say the not Princess is A tier. Fisherman's in the B tier. Probably bottom B tier. Pekka's semi-bottom B tier. Decoy Adept is here. Diffuser's here. Mega Knight is B tier. Mega Knight's still pretty decent. Lumberjack in the B tier. Lumberjack is also pretty good. Giants in the B tier. Giants just kind of floating there. We have the, what else? We have the Electro Wizard in the B tier. We have the Musketeer in the B tier. I think Musketeer is actually kind of slept on. I feel like her kit's still pretty solid. Mega Knight. Wait, there's two Mega Knights in here. What is going on? We have... Oh, that's a Oh, this is the Dark Prince. This is the Mega Knight. Okay, Mega Knight's in the B tier. Yeah, not Dark Prince. They both look alike. With the helmets and everything. And I'm going to put the Prince in the B tier. I feel like Prince is B tier material. And then, is there anybody that I am missing? I don't think so, because I think the rest of these are going to be A tier and S tier. Let's move up to the A tier. And of course, it's 4 Goblins. Normally, I'd put these guys like S tier because it's just like must have. But I mean, like, there are other units, and I think we all know what those units are that are like reserved for the S tier, but they are very solid. Hog Rider, I feel like, is an A tier. He's a very crucial mini. Battle Boxer is A tier. Chompy's A tier. I think Witch is A tier. Really strong unit. I think Princess is A tier also. And I'm reserving a couple minis for the S tier. Archer's A tier for sure. Giant Skeleton's A tier. Giant Skeleton is value for 2 elixir, or for 3 elixir. Villager's A tier also. Villager's got that value that she provides like no other. And then in the S tier, yep, we're going to go with... I'm going to put Bandit at the top of the A tier. I don't think Bandit's S tier. Bandit is very strong, super slept on in my opinion. But in the S tier, we have Sailor, we have the Dark Prince, and we have the Shark Bait. These units are just crazy good right now. They are insane. And honestly, like, Battle Boxer is I put Battle Boxer up here. Let's put him above Hog Rider. Let's put Chompy above the... But honestly, I feel like you can't put anything above the Goblins outside of these 3 units because the Goblins are just too crucial. And then, like, if you're really looking at it, like, the whole A tier is basically the Archer Queen deck and the Countess deck. So that's pretty much where we're at in the meta. So this is my opinion. I think all the minis are ranked right here. I think B tier is pretty populated. A tier is like very populated, and S tier, like these 3, the Dark Prince, the Sailor, and the Sharkbait, are just way too strong right now. I think they need to be toned down just a little bit. And for the heroes, I think I'm gonna have to go with Pink Fury in the D tier. Pink Fury was insane when the update came out because of the 2 elixir upgrade for her promotion, and she just kind of fell off hard after that. So I think Pink Fury belongs in the D tier, and I think she's really the only unit in the D tier. I feel bad for my guy SK, but he's going to go in the C tier. I'm going to put him at the top of the C tier too, kind of same with Pink Fury, but SK top of the C tier. It feels weird kind of putting him here because SK and Monk are both very, very good for Rumbles. Like if you're playing Rumbles, SK and Monk, first promotion on the SK will basically guarantee you early round victories. And when you play SK and Monk, you're basically guaranteeing yourself a 3rd place finish, at least with that, because there's a really good chance that you're going to be able to win with that. And I'm also going to be throwing the Barb King in the C tier as well. I think Barb King is like almost there, but not quite. And then same thing with Shield Maiden. She's kind of middle of the pack. B tier, we're going to be going with our boy, the Monk. We're going to be going with the Wave Master. Now let's put these at the top of the tier. And then I think I'm going to go World Champion in the B tier as well. I think these 3 belong in the B tier. And then in the A tier, of course, we have the Battle Machine. We have the Grand Warden. Grand Warden's pretty I think Grand Warden, hear me out on this. Overall, Grand Warden has the most balanced kit, but he's still pretty strong. And I think all heroes should thrive to be like Grand Warden. You know what I mean? And then Natureborn, I feel like, is kind of at the bottom of the A tier. She's seeing some play. There's one deck that's like really good with her. But I think she's bottom A tier, borderline B. It's questionable. I'd agree if people were like, put Natureborn in B tier. I'm fine with that, but I'm just going to put her at the bottom of the A tier. She's like just slightly above, in my opinion. And then S tier, we have Archer Queen and we have Countess. I don't think there's any question about those 2 being at the top. They need to get nerfed a little bit, but this is my tier list for this update. And so far, the balance change, we've had a ton of balance changes, but I feel like this kind of paints a picture of the meta and probably what needs to be nerfed, what needs to be buffed. And looking at that, if you have any thoughts for what classes you'd like to see change and how you would like to see classes change, I did a community post on this, but let me know what you think for classes down in the comment section below.